Before we dive into these mind-blowing secrets, comment below where you're watching from and what time it is right now. Trust me, you'll want to remember this moment. Picture this. A woman walks into her home where three men wait for her return. They're not intruders, they're not guests, they're all her husbands. And in one hidden kingdom, this isn't just legal, it's celebrated. But that's just the beginning of what makes Bhutan the most mysterious country you've never heard of. Number 15. The land where dragons rule reality. Deep in the Himalayas lies a nation so secretive, so untouched by the modern world that locals don't even call it by the name you know. While the West named it Bhutan, the people who live there whisper a different word: Druk, the land of the thunder dragon. This isn't some ancient legend gathering dust in history books. Walk through Bhutan's mountain passes during storm season and you'll understand why. Massive tempests roar down from the peaks like living beasts, hurling snow and ice with such fury that trekkers describe feeling hunted by an invisible predator. The national flag bears a white dragon clutching a precious jewel, not as decoration, but as warning. Smaller than Maryland, yet wedged between two nuclear giants, China and India, Bhutan has survived by becoming something the modern world thought impossible: the only carbon-negative country on Earth. Over 72% of its land bleeds green with ancient forests. While other nations choke on their own emissions, Bhutan breathes for the planet. But here's what will shock you. Despite being buried in the Himalayas, most Bhutanese speak perfect English. Children in remote villages switch between their native Dzongkha and English like digital natives switching between apps. This isolation hides sophistication that would shame most developed nations. If learning about this hidden English-speaking paradise doesn't make you want to discover what else you're missing, I don't know what will. Hit that subscribe button because the secrets we're about to reveal will change how you see the world. And if you're still not convinced, stick around. The next fact will make you question everything you thought you knew about happiness. Number 13. The marriage system that will shock you. Prepare yourself for this. In Bhutan, women don't just marry one man. They can marry 3, 4, however many they choose. And it's not just tolerated, it's culturally celebrated. But here's the twist that will mess with your mind. Men can have multiple wives too. This isn't some backward patriarchal system. This is gender equality taken to an extreme that makes Western feminism look conservative. When a Bhutanese woman marries multiple men, she doesn't become subservient. She becomes the center of power. Only her first husband gets official recognition, but she remains the family's focal point. The men, they move into her family home. If there's a separation, they pay her compensation. Picture groups of confident women laughing and chatting freely on the streets late at night, unafraid, unconstrained by family restrictions. Their confidence radiates not from designer clothes or expensive jewelry, but from a freedom so complete it leaves international visitors stunned. This isn't beauty born from cosmetics. It's power made visible. But before you start planning your move to find multiple spouses, reality hits hard. Bhutan makes it incredibly difficult for foreigners to marry their nationals. The country guards its culture like a fortress, ensuring outsiders can't simply waltz in and claim these privileges. Why such strict marriage laws for foreigners? The answer connects to a love story that's so perfect it sounds fictional. Number 12. A royal love story that defies tradition. The current king of Bhutan could have had dozens of wives. Tradition, law, and power would have supported a massive harem. Instead, King Jigme Kesar Namgyal Wangchuk made a declaration that shocked his kingdom. He would have only one wife.
Enter Queen Jetsun Pema, crowned the world's youngest queen at just 21. Their love story reads like something from a fairy tale, but it's terrifyingly real. When Jetsun Pema was only 7 years old, she encountered the handsome 17-year-old Crown Prince Jigme. Without hesitation, this bold little girl ran up and hugged him, openly declaring she wanted to marry him someday. Most adults would have dismissed this as childhood nonsense, but something in that innocent moment planted a seed that would bloom into international headlines. Their wedding captured global media attention, not just for its opulence, but for the beauty and genuine affection between them. In a culture where powerful men traditionally collect wives like trophies, their monogamous devotion became a symbol of love conquering tradition. But this romantic paradise sits within a fortress that most of the world can never enter. Number 11. The Fortress Kingdom that rejects tourists. Bhutan doesn't want you to visit. This isn't reverse psychology, it's brutal honesty. Nestled deep in the Himalayas, Bhutan has only one international airport, Paro Airport. The runway is so short and trapped between towering mountains that only pilots with special certification dare attempt landing. Each flight feels like a controlled crash, turning every arrival into a near-death experience that passengers either love or never recover from. If flying terrifies you, land routes won't comfort you. Only 3 main paths from India lead into Bhutan, winding through mountain passes that would make NASCAR drivers nervous. But the real barrier isn't geography, it's economics. Bhutan operates on a high-value, low-impact tourism policy that sounds friendly but functions like a bouncer at an exclusive club. Every international visitor must pay a sustainable development fee of $100 per night, plus accommodation, guide, and service costs. You can't simply book a flight and explore independently like backpacking through Europe. You must arrange everything through a local travel agency, essentially putting yourself under supervised custody from the moment you arrive. This system isn't designed to welcome tourists. It's designed to limit them. Bhutan wants only visitors wealthy enough and committed enough to respect their culture. Everyone else gets locked out. The result? A country so untouched by mass tourism that even simple infrastructure remains shockingly different from anywhere else. Number 10. The country that rejected traffic lights after 24 hours. Imagine a capital city where traffic lights lasted exactly 1 day before residents demanded their removal. That's Thimphu, Bhutan's capital city, where human connection trumped modern efficiency in the most surprising way. Instead of red, yellow, and green lights, dedicated traffic police stand at intersections directing flow with hand signals and personal interaction. Locals felt that electronic lights created disconnection from the friendly officers they preferred seeing daily. The lights weren't broken, they were rejected. This isn't backward thinking. This is a society that values human contact over digital convenience. While other cities automate everything, Bhutan chose relationship over efficiency. Thimphu stands as the only capital city worldwide that successfully tried traffic lights and consciously chose to abandon them. The decision reveals something profound about Bhutanese priorities that most modern societies have forgotten. But their rejection of modern conveniences goes deeper than traffic management. Number 9. The humility ritual that confuses outsiders. In Bhutan, accepting food immediately marks you as rude. When offered a meal, you must refuse, not once, but multiple times, while covering your mouth and saying, may, no. This isn't playing hard to get. This is displaying humility through ritual rejection. Only after 2 or 3 polite refusals can you graciously accept the host's hospitality. For Western visitors accustomed to accepting offers enthusiastically, this tradition creates awkward confusion. What seems like rejection is actually respect. What feels like rudeness is actually courtesy. The ritual serves a deeper purpose, maintaining harmonious communication within the community. It demonstrates that you're not greedy, not desperate,
and respect the effort your host invested in preparing food for you. But food rituals are just the beginning of how Bhutan rejects global standardization. Number 8. The country that said no to McDonald's and Starbucks. Bhutan is the only country on Earth completely untouched by major international brands. No McDonald's, no Starbucks, no KFC, Coca-Cola billboards, or Apple stores. This isn't due to government restrictions or religious prohibitions. According to entrepreneur Choi Wangmo, international brands simply can't survive in Bhutan's market. With only 800,000 people, smaller than San Francisco, there isn't enough demand to keep foreign franchises profitable. But there's something deeper here. Bhutanese people value happiness, peace, and nature over consuming famous international brands. They're not impressed by logos that drive consumer culture elsewhere. While other developing nations eagerly invite Western corporations, Bhutan remains genuinely indifferent. Their cultural values create natural immunity to commercial invasion.
This resistance to global brands extends to how they treat their citizens' most basic needs. Number 7. Free healthcare that puts America to shame. Every Bhutanese citizen receives completely free healthcare, not just emergency treatment, but comprehensive medical care, including medication and treatment options. Patients choose their own path, and the government provides full support. When someone needs treatment abroad, the government covers all travel and healthcare expenses. Imagine getting cancer in Bhutan and having your government pay for treatment at Johns Hopkins, including flights, accommodation, and family support. Unlike the United States or Europe, where private healthcare systems dominate and costs can bankrupt families, Bhutan has no private hospitals. The entire system is government-run, ensuring every citizen, rural or urban, receives identical care. This isn't socialized medicine struggling with shortages. This is comprehensive healthcare that makes developed nations look cruel by comparison. But their rejection of modern systems extends beyond healthcare. Number 6. The country where online banking doesn't exist. In 2025, while the rest of the world manages finances through smartphone apps, Bhutan requires in-person banking for everything. You cannot open a bank account online. You cannot transfer money from your computer. You can't even text customer service. Want to schedule a meeting? You must call or meet face-to-face. Need to resolve an account issue? Physical presence required. This isn't technological limitation, it's conscious choice. While Americans schedule appointments with a few clicks, Bhutanese people maintain personal relationships with their bank representatives. Every transaction involves human interaction. This creates a pace of life unaffected by digital acceleration. Bhutan moves at its own rhythm, unrushed by modern technology's demand for instant everything. But their most spectacular traditions happen when the entire country celebrates. Number 5. Festivals that transform reality. Bhutanese festivals, called chesus, don't just celebrate, they transform ordinary life into something otherworldly. People dress in traditional gos for men and kiras for women, participating in dances and songs that carry centuries of spiritual meaning. The most famous is Paro Chesu, held each spring over 5 days at the ancient Paro Dzong fortress built in 1644. The highlight involves unveiling a giant Thongka painting of Guru Rinpoche, displayed on monastery walls as a prayer for forgiveness and peace for all humanity. But the most mysterious festival is Jambe Lakang Drup, held at an ancient temple by the Bumtang Chu River. The celebration features the naked dance, Ter Cham, and fire dance, Mewang, with 16 men dancing under mysterious firelight in the middle of the night. Imagine witnessing ancient rituals unchanged for centuries, performed under flickering flames while mountain winds carry the scent of burning juniper. These aren't tourist performances, they're living connections to spiritual traditions that predate most world religions. The festivals reveal Bhutan's deepest secret. This isn't just a country, it's a spiritual practice made manifest. Number 4. The capital that touches heaven. Thimphu sits 2,334 meters above sea level, making it the 5th highest capital city on Earth, higher than most major American and European cities. It literally exists closer to heaven than most human settlements. With only 100,000 residents, Thimphu maintains peacefulness that makes visitors feel they've entered a fairy tale. Sacred monasteries, majestic fortresses like Tashichodzong, and vast green forests create landscapes that seem designed by poets rather than planners. The city houses the Dordenma Buddha statue, standing 51.5 meters tall and gilded in gold. One of the largest Buddha statues worldwide, it faces south, symbolically protecting the entire city. Visitors often describe feeling unexpected peace simply standing in its presence. Bhutan's National Library holds one of the world's largest books, a work by Michael Hawley weighing 60 kilograms. This enormous tome symbolizes the country's reverence for knowledge and culture. But perhaps most remarkably, Thimphu is known as paradise for stray dogs, often called the happiest dogs in the world. Strong Buddhist beliefs inspire locals to care for these animals with genuine love, making the city a place where compassion extends to all living beings. The capital represents everything Bhutan offers: elevation, spirituality, and kindness made visible. Number 3. Adventure that demands everything. Bhutan offers travel experiences that will test your limits and reward your courage. Without a coastline, this landlocked kingdom compensates with adventures that coastal destinations can't match.
Paro Taksong Monastery, known as Tiger's Nest, perches on a steep cliff nearly 3,000 meters above sea level. Reaching this sacred site requires climbing 850 steps over 3 hours, a challenging journey that rewards you with views that defy description. Imagine breathing thin mountain air while ancient monastery bells echo across valleys shrouded in mist. The physical challenge becomes spiritual transformation as you climb higher into clouds that touch the building's walls. Phobjika Valley offers immersion in pristine nature, with ancient forests, blooming rhododendrons, and traditional houses that haven't changed in centuries. Here you can sample Ara, a local rice wine that carries the taste of mountain springs and centuries-old recipes. Duchula Pass provides sunrise and sunset views against vast snow-covered backdrops. Beyond scenic beauty, it serves as a memorial to heroes who died in war against India, adding a somber weight to its breathtaking vistas. These aren't Instagram photo opportunities, they're pilgrimages that change how you understand beauty and challenge. Number 2. The cost of paradise. Living in Bhutan costs 66% less than the United States, but the experience is priceless. A one-bedroom apartment in Thimphu's city center averages around $130 monthly. Outside the center, rent drops to approximately $83. Basic utilities, electricity, heating, water, garbage services cost about $47 monthly for an 85-square-meter apartment. Internet services vary by speed and provider, but remain affordable compared to Western standards. Dining out costs remarkably little. Meals at inexpensive restaurants average $3.25, while mid-range restaurants charge $10 to $20 per meal. Local markets offer fresh produce at prices that would shock visitors from developed countries. Transportation stays modest, with available monthly public transport passes and relatively low taxi fares. Fitness club memberships average $26 monthly, while healthcare services cost significantly less than American equivalents. Overall, monthly living costs for a single person average approximately $1,250, achievable luxury compared to Western urban centers. But these affordable prices come with a catch. You must earn the right to live in this paradise through cultural integration and government approval. Would you choose to settle in this affordable paradise? Comment 1 for yes, 0 for no. And if you're not subscribed yet, you're literally choosing to miss out on discovering more hidden paradises like this. Number 1. The culinary challenge that will test your soul. Bhutanese people don't just enjoy chili peppers, they worship them. This isn't hyperbole. Chili peppers function as primary vegetables rather than mere seasonings, appearing in virtually every dish from fried rice to salads. Outside every home, vibrant red chili strings hang drying in the sun, preparing year-round supplies. The reason reveals Bhutan's practical wisdom. Chilies don't just add flavor, they help locals combat brutal Himalayan cold. Chili consumption in Bhutan surpasses typical vegetables. The national dish, emadachi, combines fiery chilies with rich local cheese, creating flavor combinations that assault and delight simultaneously. Imagine biting into fresh red chilies that deliver tongue-tingling spice, while creamy cheese provides cooling relief, a sensory experience unavailable anywhere else. For those who can't handle heat, Bhutanese cuisine offers alternatives. Buckwheat, barley, or corn pancakes served with butter or honey provide gentle nourishment. Jashamaru, a tender chicken stew with mild herbs, satisfies those preferring subtle flavors. Zao shungo, fried rice mixed with vegetables, delivers rich flavor without overwhelming heat. Suja, Bhutan's famous butter tea, offers savory creaminess, perfect for warming up during chilly mountain days. But here's what most visitors miss. The food isn't just sustenance, it's cultural identity made edible. Every meal connects you to centuries of mountain survival, Buddhist philosophy, and community bonds that hold this hidden kingdom together. We've just explored 15 shocking secrets about Bhutan that most of the world will never discover. If these revelations opened your eyes to what else you're missing, hit that subscribe button now. Those who won't subscribe, explain in the comments why you're choosing ignorance over enlightenment. The world has more hidden paradises waiting, and we're the only ones willing to reveal them. Don't forget to like and share this video to spread awareness about this incredible hidden kingdom. See you in the next revelation.